in your profession, because you're then so much working, doing root canal, little bit managing, you have no time to develop, to bloom, to make growing this new idea, because you're spending too little time on goal making, too much time at the bottom of the food chain working. Hello, Dr. Helmut Flasch here with Flashpoint, and hopefully I can deliver a little point which might be of help to you. We work with doctors for 35 years, we work with dentists for 35 years, help them improving their practice, help them to make more money, help them to have more free time and have a less stressful life, have a cake and eat it too. So let's talk about the goal maker in life, the goal maker in a practice, and how important the goal maker is and how little most of you dentists, most business owners are goal makers. And a goal maker, we can also look at him as a leader, okay? So a leader is a goal maker is a leader. As we know, leaders kind of like, they dream up plans, they put strategy together, they have ideas, and then other people follow those ideas, those directions. In a company and in overall life, there are three kind of positions, three kind of levels. The goal maker at the very top, and he's supposed to create, as we just said, the goal of where to go, what to do in the big picture frame. Then comes the manager. That's the guy who runs the everyday operation. If you go to big companies, you know, the chairman of the board, or kind of like, you know, the big CEO, and then you have the financial CEO, you have the people below they manage, the everyday operation manager. You know, kind of like at Microsoft, it was Bill Gates was the goal maker kind of, and Steve Ballmer was the operational manager, managing the day-to-day operation. And then you have the worker. That's the guy who fixes the wheel, welds the thing. In a dental office, it would be the guy who pulls the tooth and puts the implant in it and that type of stuff. So let's look at this for a second. You're in your dental practice, whether you have one or two doctors working for you, whether you're alone. In most cases, you are the one who puts in the implant, pulls the tooth, blah, 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 which means you are the worker. Then you try to manage the place a little bit. You try to give the direction, hey, you know, the schedule, what is it? And yes, you may have an office manager who usually, okay, isn't quite as manager as like a lone standing manager where you say nothing and do nothing and the whole thing runs. You're usually still part of managing and of checking and etc. Maybe you do your own bill paying and you're still managing. But because you're working and doing root canals, you already have little time to do the manager job and even less time to do the big goal planning job. And of course, the big goal planning job should be including not just your practice. It has to include, as you probably know, your private life. You have a family. Even if you don't have a family, it's still you have a private life. You may be wanting in your dream to do a few other things in life, whatever they might be. It's about coming up with brand new ideas, brand new businesses, even businesses which then maybe do not require your time. Let me give you a little story. When I was about, I would say 20 years old, 22. I worked in a restaurant in Austria, in a place called St. Wolfgang. Me being a mechanical engineer, I went into the hotel business. Why? As a goal maker, all of a sudden I go, mechanical engineering, nice, okay, but it's a little bit of the Detroit job, and I may be able to change my job once or twice, and that's it. How do I see the world? Surely not being a mechanical engineer, having 2 or 3 weeks vacation and whatever money I get. So going into the hotel business, becoming a waiter was my solution to see the world. And it was one of the absolute best decisions I made as a goal maker. Nevertheless, so there I was working in this restaurant, and a client who came 2, 3, 5, 6 times to lunch in a couple weeks' time, he says, wow, you're always working, you're here, you're working too hard. He said, I go, well, no, I don't work too hard. I'm fine, because I was like, this is what I do, and I had kind of fun. He says, hey, that's good that you like it, and it's good, all that stuff, but you're working too hard for the money you make. While you work, you have no time to make money. It took me a whole bunch of years to actually starting realizing what he meant. It's when I stopped working hard, being a worker. When I worked my way up a little bit more being a manager, and frankly, that doesn't do too much. It does a little bit, but not too much. It gives you a little more free time, not too much. And once I started becoming more a goal maker than a worker, a tremendous amount of time for goal making. And that's when I started realizing, that's where the money is. Having the feet on the table, thinking up a brand new idea, whatever that brand new idea is. It may be connected to what you're doing now, it may not be connected. That's where the fun comes in. That's where the evolution comes in, and also the money. And obviously part of your goal will be that you still have time, that you don't pin yourself down too much in your profession, because you're then so much working, doing root canal, little bit managing. You have no time to develop, to bloom, to make growing this new idea, because you're spending too little time on goal making, too much time at the bottom of the food chain working, or maybe managing, which is very much at the bottom of the chain. There's a huge difference. So, doctor, give us a call. Try to find out how we can help you to grow your practice and to have more free time, and to make extra incomes which do not require your time. You just need to become a goal maker. Give us a call. If you do not sign up with us, you will also be in the major majority of people who would say, I loved this 1 hour conversation. I liked it. I found a lots of food for thought. I got lots of little ideas, but it was enlightening. We will first talk. This first hour, we will never attempt to get your credit card. It's a talk about can we help you, and you in return, do I want that help? And only then we look whether we have another conversation and maybe another one down the road, okay? So give us a call. Bye-bye.